saying it at like 3 bits. Beautiful. Combat over.
Orbo looks around with the 2 puncture wounds and like his upper thigh or like mid abdomen area from it.
Orbo, give
And
me
watching,
another con save, sir.
Sure thing.
Oh no! Are you poisoning my friend?
7. If it's at disadvantage.
It is,
poison.
unfortunately. Okay. So yeah,
So-
you are still. This poison is rocking you.
I look at him and I go, yeah, it put the no feel good juice in my tummy.
Oh, friend. Would you require some healing?
Well, I do hurt.
Yeah,
Do you
healing
have
will probably help you.
You have anything that would maybe make all
How-
the icky juice go away?
How's he looking?
Pretty pink.
Yeah, he got like basically bit in the jugular.
Oh,
Yeah, he took a good bit of damage.
how about you take a nice good old cure wounds here, buddy?
Well, that'd be great.
Roll 1d8 plus 4. Excellent.
Oh,
And
that's
I think that's what you lost. so, yeah.
exactly what I lost.
So, like, is the poison still, like, fucking him up? What's the deal?
It is still kind of there. It'll kind of dissipate in a little bit. Give me a medicine check.
Me?
Yeah, just because you're kind of cure woundsing him and stuff, and taking a look at it.
Damn. 5.
No, he's gonna be poisoned forever.
Oh, man. We gotta get you to a medic.
Yeah.
Alright, can I extract the gland?
Yeah, you can suck on his neck if you want.
No.
Oh.
No. That's not what I asked. Can I extract the spider gland to use in concoction later?
From the spiders.
Yeah, man. I'm not sucking on his neck.
Oh,
You know?
oh. I thought we were doing my fan fiction for a minute. Give me a nature to see if you even know how to do that.
So what you do is you take the spider fang and you jab it in his neck. Push the sack. Yeah.
You could. You do not have an empty flask to store it in.
Orbo speaks up and goes, "It's lie, God. He has 2 empty flasks in a satchel he found in a group of dead bodies. There were 2 that were broken, and 2 that were empty, and 2 that had fluid in.
There were 2 that were broken, and then 2 potions. The other 2 were empty slots.
Oh, you said empty.
You did say empty.
You didn't clarify, so I was
Um,
assuming that there were 2 empty, 2 broken, and 2 that had liquid, because you said it held 6. But that's
high or
fine.
low?
Hi.
Fortunately, they're not. They were empty slots.
That's fine.
Very well. I will just take the whole ass gland.
Do you have anything to keep it in?
Oozing viscous insect fluids.
You're just gonna put it in your pocket?
Like, my box right next to the healing potions.
Okay, yeah. And then that way, at least it's not touching your body. That's good.
Yeah.
So of the 3 spiders, I'll say you're able to get 2 fangs that are like enough for 2 doses. If you're able to get them kind of treated in a bottle, airtight bottle in time. The poisons will kind of dry out and get weaker as kind of time progresses.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go. You guys got it?
In this room, Mr. Shunyu, because you were inside of it, you notice that there are 6 stone beds.
He said he'd be back in a little bit.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. But yeah, you guys would notice that then, kind of just looking through. There are 6 stone beds. Uh, 3 of them still seem to be somewhat intact. The other ones are kind of just decayed and broken and crumbling.
So Orbo, still feeling like all sorts of ick, wanders over to the stone table and looking at it, trying to suss out like if what was going on here was something good or bad, is overcome with the feeling of being poisoned. Can't really determine anything and just like grumbles and slowly turns away from the task he was attempting to do. Completely unsuccessful.
Okay.
Can I do Arcana?
You can.
Yeah, but guys, don't forget the stairwell up is to the south here.
So same thing as kind of earlier, that he got off of the history. This was a place of like powerful, like divine magic at one point. You can kind of notice, maybe you're looking at one of the other statues, you kind of notice some like arcane etchings. Um, this does appear to be some type of old church.
Nice. I look for gold. And or treasures.
How long are you taking to like look around?
Just like a minute or two.
So there's not much in this room. Basically, I'll let you take 10 on that. You can kind of just like look around. You don't notice anything. There's no kind of compartments that you notice or anything like that.
Okay. Well, team, it sounds like we've done all we can here. Let's proceed.
Yeah, I think we should go up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to move you guys to another map.
What?
And near the bottom center, you should find yourselves.
Yep.
You go up these stairs, and then you notice that there is a little bit of a landing, and then there's about a 5-foot gap. Not super difficult to jump over, but not like you can't just kind of stroll over it.
I stroll over it.
Okay, you stroll over it.
I leave a banana peel on the edge.
So it's essentially you can roll athletics as long as you don't roll a 1. Pretty much fine.
Oh, watch me be the one that rolls a 1.
No, you're good. Beautiful. Yep.
Right there, it's fine.
Beautiful. And Orbo.
So Orbo, not choosing to leap the gap immediately, sits down and tries to focus on expelling the sick, queasy feeling from himself and gathering himself prior to physically exerting himself.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to take a couple minutes, kind of basically you can drink some water, eat a little bit of rations, get some food in you. Just take a little bit of time. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you guys are able to kind of come into this room. And what you see is pretty much what you see here. There's some broken crates kind of off into this direction. There are a bunch of broken plates and bottles. Here in the center, there is some type of like a ritual summoning circle. And there are a bunch of piles of bones around it.
I kind of want to check that out.
In the center of the arcane circle, that is a chandelier that looks like it fell down.
Would I be able to investigate the middle?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a just a base intelligence as well.
Oh, never mind.
No, that's good. So not everything's super high DCs or anything. You're good. 14. Noticing the beds downstairs were kind of cracked in half. There was the rock falls and damage there. Noticing that this thing is cracked completely in like 3 or 4 different ways, and these chandeliers fell. There was some type of tremor or something that happened in this place. You don't necessarily know when, but that seems to be what kind of transpired. As you approach, go ahead and give me an Arcana.
I'll be back in a minute.
You have no clue. Magic is not your forte.
No, not at all. I need smart magic person.
I'm a smart magic person.
You are?
Please help.
May I?
Go ahead. So as you're kind of looking around and trying to figure out what happened here, you would assume that this body, and this one, they look like they were kind of pushed back and down, like into the ground. This circle, it's difficult to tell exactly what it was, but it was definitely some type of conjuration summoning circle.
Did we get isekai?
It's pretty powerful magic. This is
Okay.
like on par with like summoning pit fiends and stuff. This is way beyond your level.
Guys, I'm getting creeped out. We should roll out.
My homies.
You drop that. Okay, so my Arcana, my Arcana sense, like, right, is there, like, do I feel
This is bad
Bad-
mojo.
do like the hairs on the back of my neck stick up? Like, are we like in immediate danger, or do you feel like instinctually that this is past and we're just exploring ruin?
Doesn't necessarily to like feel like there's any immediate threat in this place.
Observing the bones. Are they like giant bones, or are they normal size, like human-like bones?
The ones around this circle are pretty normal. This is just the size that it gave me. This one is quite large in the corner here.
Nice.
Some
All
type of probably half giant or something like that.
Okay, can I check the crate?
You can. As you kind of approach the crate, you notice there's a couple different like small, like trough boxes in this large crate. It's old kind of moldy robes and like cloth, towels, stuff like that. It does look like it was actually dug through. The bottles over here that you notice are fairly new. They're not necessarily caked in dust like everything else. And where some of the liquor kind of spilled out, you can see like water stains that seem relatively fresh.
I described that to the party. There are other people who've been here recently.
And there is a cracked door here, a door on this side, another door here, and a little hallway friend.
If there's anything we can use in that pile you described?
Shards of glass. There's, nothing necessarily like super useful.
Any empty bottles that I can put these poison, this venom in?
High or low?
Low, because every time I say high, it's low.
Rolling the dice.
Time.
And not working. Hello. So yeah, there is one bottle that it didn't shatter. You can even find the like cork top for it. So yeah, that'll work as a makeshift bottle.
All right, cool. I'd like to extract one of the venom while we're exploring the trip.
How the bottle is, you could get both of them in there.
All right, cool.
Like basically, you just kind of bend it in there and kind of force the venom out. There'd be enough for 2 doses in that bottle.
All right, cool. So, spider venom.
Nice.
Mr. Kevin, anything you want to do?
I want to go check this cracked open door here.
Got a pocket corner.
Let me reveal this. The hallway that goes straight down and then curves. Looks like the hall narrows quite a bit, and then the hall continues beyond that.
Yeah, just gonna come down, kind of take a look at the corner, and
Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Let me just kind of open this whole thing up for you then. As you kind of look through this kind of area right here, the narrow area here, probably a little bit too big for someone like Orbo to get through, but you and the other ones shouldn't have any issue. If you go through, you do notice that there's some like broken crates and rubbish, and then these appear to be like burial urns.
Okay.
And then there's another door there. And then, James, anything you want to do?
Yeah, let me, stand right here, and I'm just gonna take it all in and see what's going on here.
Okay.
Can I just, like, investigate, like, a general investigation of the room, or?
Yeah. So while they're kind of doing everything and they're doing their, initial looking around and more detailed looks, give me a perception. You're kind of just giving it like a base kind of lay of the land.
I don't see shit.
I mean, obviously you see everything that's there, but you don't necessarily see anything that sticks out that hasn't been described already.
Yeah.
And Mr. Orbo, as you kind of get some food in you, like get some water, you're starting to feel a little bit better. Yeah, should be fine. You're no doctor, but you don't feel horrible.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Arbo stands up after a moment and is like, I'm glad that I don't normally have to deal with these on the water. Spiders suck a lot. And he approaches the ledge, hops across to get to the other side with everyone else.
Are you still at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
No, basically he took a couple minutes while you guys were looking around. He probably rested for 5 minutes and kind of caught his breath and stuff.
Yep. Upon making my way into the room, I quickly want to get a feel for the room as far as what's concerning. Like, do I get any negative impressions from anything in particular? Does anything stand out to me as dangerous or potentially threatening?
Well, Thaddeus kind of figured out that this circle here was some type of summoning circle. Essentially, it's very bad juju. Whatever happened here happened a long time ago, and whatever this did, it was something pretty powerful.
Yeah, well, I'm also concerned that, these piles of bones could come back and start attacking people, being that we've already encountered two undead. One was like half a giant upper torso and arm, and the other was like half a body, so
I thought they were both.
I'm kind of like hyper on guard about fight movements and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't notice necessarily any immediate threats.
No.
He also would have mentioned that somebody had been here recently, so you're kind of looking for those kind of signs as well. Give me like a survival, we'll call it.
Yes, most definitely.
Nice.
You've tracked many a beast. The most elusive beast of all is human.
Oh, yeah.
There are some type of tracks. Kind of notice like feet in the dust and stuff like that. They looks like they came from this way. They did a brief like walk around this area. They didn't necessarily go through any of these doors, it looks like. And then they left, going out that way. So looks like somebody kind of came in, surveyed, and left.
Gotcha.
Check the doors.
Which door?
All of them.
All right, we'll start with this one.
Orbo would have used all of his movement essentially following as much of the footsteps as possible from like where he caught them to where they ended type thing.
Yeah, you could basically get in this hallway.
So if they ended at this hallway, Orbo would have stopped like right at the opening here, not necessarily wanting to leave the rest of the group, but kind of like, okay, yeah, they went off that way.
Yeah, well, it goes beyond like that, but
yeah.
Just kind of looking through there, you can see there's another broken chandelier.
Yeah.
And that's about all you can see, really.
Yep. But that would be it. That's essentially what I'd be doing, is they're taking more in-depth looks and pondering the meanings of ancient runic drawings and symbology.
So, Mr. Thaddeus, you said you wanted to go ahead and check a door?
Yeah.
Top door or
Top door, it's fine.
left door? Alright, how do you approach the door? Check for traps, check for locks.
Yeah, I put you at an angle, check for traps, see if there's any lock on there.
Give me an investigation.
13.
Okay. Yeah, it's a fairly low DC, but so perception would just be you're looking quick. Is there a lock on it? No. But you're kind of feeling around the door frame, checking, making sure there's nothing weird, checking for rope traps. You don't notice anything here. It is a wooden door. It is kind of slunk to one side, just because it is kind of like wood rot and stuff like that.
It's old.
Yeah. You feel like you should be able to open the door. It might be a little kind of stuck or creaky, but other than that, you'd be able to.
Sure. I'll look to finesse the door open. And angle.
Just give me an athletics.
Oh, no.
It's not a high DC. Yeah, no problem. You were able to kind of push through that door. Do you still have a little glowy light?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how long does it last? I just recast it.
It's a cantrip. You can kind of recast it whenever, so I don't necessarily care. Outside of combat, if you said I always have it on, you can always have it on.
Okay, so can I like cast it on a rock and throw it down there?
Yeah. So if you go ahead, you can do that. You're basically able to light up pretty much this whole square room. It is an empty room, except for a bunch of old crates that are kind of piled up in this corner.
Sure. Hey guys, I found some crates.
Crates.
Yeah. Almost as good as the crepes.
That sounds like a bunch of rubbish.
It might be.
We'll switch back to Kevin. Anything you want to do, sir?
Well, I don't really think there'd be any value with the urns. But I guess I'll come in and check out this door.
Same thing. Give me an investigation quick.
Sure. 12?
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary here. Kind of same thing. This door has like a real nice kind of marble framing. It is set a little bit better than the previous door. But yeah, this one shouldn't have any issues opening.
Yeah. Then crack it open and
There's a light. But yeah, the door opens. You're fine. What's your dark vision? Like 60 feet?
60, yeah.
You can pretty much see most of the way down here. Let me see how long it is. Yeah, you can see all the way down there.
Alright.
At the end of the hall, there is another doorway. And then there is that connection there.
This being what it is and knowing the Orbo wouldn't be able to get through down below, I'm gonna come open up this door next.
Okay.
Assuming they'll be around.
Yeah, so Monk, you're kind of moving first, it looks like. You likewise approach this door. You just barge open? What do you do? Shun Yun. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Perhaps the dreaded Mike Goblin has struck again.
Detect open.
Mike is not a goblin.
He's triple muted.
Ooh.
You can't double mute a triple mute. All
There you
right.
go.
So yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I can
door.
hear you now. So how do you go about opening? You just grab the ledge and
Yes.
go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Let's see.
This door does not budge.
What jerks?
You kind of pull it, you try to push it, you kind of shoulder it, slam it a little bit. Nothing.
Huh.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, do I notice him struggling with opening the door? I am on the other side of the room for the most part, so
Yeah, I would say probably not unless he like specifically asked.
then I continue off into the other room.
Okay.
Being that everyone seems to just kind of be wandering away from that room as the central point, I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, Blood Hunter, you've been pretty quiet.
Yeah, I was gonna follow him in here.
Okay. The same thing. Once you go in there, all you notice is the crates in the corner there.
Ah, hello, my friend. Would you like to help me rumble through these crates?
Who you calling friend, pal?
You, buddy.
Who you calling buddy, friend?
I'm not your friend, guy.
Exactly.
Would you like a hug?
I'm not your guy, friend.
Kevin, you see on the other end of this door there is a large, kind of wooden latch. It just needs to be lifted up, and the door will open.
Yeah, no problem.
You mean we've done all this magic stuff and we can't open a wooden door?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's investigate this room and go murder those boxes over there.
Both of you give me an investigation.
It's a minute.
All these boxes are mimics.
Oh no!
No. So behind these boxes, it looks like there's actually a door that has been boarded up. In the boxes, as you kind of dig through stuff, same thing. You don't necessarily notice anything of like actual value. Um, Again, there's old cloth, old rotted food. There's one of the boxes in the bottom has just this rot smell with maggots and all sorts of fun stuff in it.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There is a bottle of clear liquid that is still in decent condition as well.
Do you take it, Thaddeus?
Would you like this clear bottle of things we just found, friend?
I think we should take it and have someone investigate it. Maybe
Oh.
it's like a potion or something.
Well, I do have Identify, but we need a few minutes.
Yeah.
Check it out later.
Okay.
All right, let's do this door thing. What's up?
Yeah. Let's. What's up with yeah? How do we open said door?
So if you guys are moving crates, you guys are working together, so it's fairly easy. Crates are mostly empty. You can just kind of toss them aside.
Yeah, that's.
There is a door that is kind of boarded up on your side. There's 4 boards that are kind of holding it closed, that are kind of nailed in.
Okay.
Both of you give me an athletics. Yeah, so basically I'm doing like mean averages. So 15, yeah, you guys are able to work together, no problem. And kind of pluck these boards off one after another. And it opens in a hallway. With the help of little glowy light.
And dark vision.
There is a room. Now this room seems to have an intact bed. There is a shelf with food that the bread's probably a little stale, but not more than a few days. And there's a chest.
Do you think you can break open that chest?
Hell yeah, I can.
All right, let's go do it.
Do it. Come on.
Oh, so let's go inside. I'm gonna investigate the food and stuff and see if any of it's good. Like,
Usable.
Yeah.
There's a couple of like jarred preserves and stuff that are decent.
Okay.
Nothing super high quality or anything like that.
Yeah, but like in a pinch, it's edible.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
If you guys are super hungry, you can eat some of this stale bread with some jam and butter and.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. Just the hard bread and just dip it in some jam and it'll probably soften it up.
I don't tell him about my bowl of food.
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you meant.
Investigation.
Yes.
Investigation 15.
Damn.
This does have a lock on it. It looks like it's actually a decent quality lock. You're gonna need most likely to pick this lock, or smash it open, break it.
Okay. Let thieves tool this up.
Do it.
16.
Yeah. So you are able to. Kind of at first, it's a little more difficult to get it, but you're definitely able to kind of get in there and. I don't know terminology for thieves' tools, but you do some thieving. Eventually, that latch pops open. There is a bag of coin.
Sweet.
You wouldn't necessarily have time to count it all now, but just for levity's sake, it is 128 gold.
Oh, damn.
Anything else?
There is a small silver ring. And then there is one more thing. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Actually, there's 2 more things. I just can't read my handwriting.
That's fine.
There is a piece of like amethyst.
This the gem.
And
And
there is a tooth of an unknown beast.
Unknown beast. Remind me to split the gold with homeboy. Irios, right?
Oh, okay.
Fair is fair. So what is that? 128. You get 64.
Yeah.
All right, 64 gold to you, my friend. Let's go. Anything else in this room we need to worry about?
As far as rations, James, there's probably about 3 sets worth of rations for edible food.
So what I put in my inventory was 3 maybe good jams, and then I just put like 1 pound of maybe stale bread.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Can we like check under the bed for like traps?
Oh,
You can.
that's a good idea, sir.
Look,
All right.
fair share of adventuring.
Do you want me to investigate?
Go ahead.
You want me to roll investigate,
Yeah.
sir? Oh!
So you kind of look under the bed. You kind of lift up the bedroll on top of it. You don't necessarily notice anything. As you're coming up, you kind of put your hand on the top of the bed, like underneath the bed. Like you put your. I can't think of words right now. My brain's
Like on the frame?
Yeah, like around the frame, just to kind of get some grip to pull yourself up. And
Yeah.
you notice that there is a loose board. So you kind of dig under there and you move the stuff out of this board.
Hey, look at this, man. I found a loose board.
Oh, nice, bro.
There are 4 more bottles of that white clear liquid.
Okay, so I look at him, I'm like, so this stuff has to be important. We just found more of it.
I
Is
mean,
there a My Little Pony inside of one of them?
In all of them, yes.
somebody likes his hooch. Let's get this
Yeah.
identified when we get out of here.
So 4 bottles of clear liquid.
Yes.
Okay. 4
There
bottles.
is also a backpack.
Oh.
It's like a basic explorer's backpack. There's rope, candles. Roll a d20 for me,
Either.
James.
7.
There is our version of it. It's a glow stick. But yeah, basically it is I forget what it's called. But it's like an Everlight rod or something like that. But yeah, essentially, you know what this is. You break it, and it gives light.
Okay.
For an extended period of time. You also find a small silver token, roughly the size of the palm of your hand, and there is a feather engraved on it.
Hold on. Feather engraved on it. Okay.
And that's it.
Can I do like a history check real quick on the said feather?
It's a stone with a feather, but yeah.
Can I? Well, just to see if I remember anything about like tokens with feather emblems on it or something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
So you know exactly what this item is.
Oh wow.
This is a token of Featherfall.
Oh.
Double nice.
It is a single-use, like get out of jail Featherfall.
Single use feather fall token. Okay, awesome. That was a pretty good little sneaky spot right there.
Yeah.
Considering there could have been nothing there.
Correct. I give him a high five and say teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
The feather fall token just disappears as we do it. No.
No. Delusion. Hey, can we check to see when the last time the bed was made? Just based on
I'll
what
say
we saw.
with that history check, this guy does not follow Jordan Peterson. He did not make his bed this morning. Based on the bread, the items that kind of left here, you guys are able to paint like a mental picture. Someone was staying here. They barricaded this wall. Looks like they only used the one entrance. They were here roughly about a week ago.
Oh.
It looks like they stored their goods, probably planned on coming back, but for whatever reason were not able to.
Or they haven't been back yet.
Oh, can I just open the door and wave at the other guys?
Yeah. You wouldn't know he's there, but as soon as you do, you see him.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah, let's keep going.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, basically these doors are open, so you're able to see Kevin. Kevin can see James. James, you can see Orbo. Orbo, you see a broken chandelier in the middle of the floor. Another one of these nice marble archways. A tattered, rotten rug, and a door. Now this door appears to be made of sturdier stuff. It's like a hard, like double-doored, like oak door.
Nice. All right. Well, I mean, I think we're good to clear the area. Anybody want to continue to look around, see if there's anything useful?
Orbo not scared of door, so he attempts to open.
Okay, open it.
Yeah, that's what I do. He grabs both of the rings and pulls back slowly but surely. If he's met with resistance, then he keeps amping up the strength of his pull.
Why are you going
to
to pull the door so
eventually,
weak? Like, pull it with all your might. Rip that door off its hinges.
Well, if I have to, he will.
No,
But
it opens. It opens inward.
okay, so he opens the doors to.
You
peer
brace
beyond.
yourself. You think this is going to be a little bit of a fight, and it just folds right open.
And he's like, oh, nice, and just kind of opens him up, steps back.
There's another stairwell leading up.
Well, now that he knows it's this way, yeah, he's gonna go find the rest of them, and essentially goes, I found the way up again.
So what do you guys do?
I say, wow, that's very much under.
I go over to Orbo,
Yeah.
or wherever he was, that door. Kind of give up
Orbo
on the
is
door not
standing
opening.
on that green circle.
Okay, then I'll go with Orbo, and then we go towards that staircase.
Okay.
Say Flamio Hotman.
I say we go upstairs.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, give me 1 second. I just gotta drop all you guys in here real quick.
Wow, that Orwell guy's pretty smart. He's finding all the ways.
This is going to be the top right-hand corner.
Joe, my
Left-hand
mouse got
sidebar?
stuck in the middle of trying to draw, and there might be a shitload of green squiggles all over like the bottle middle portion of the map somewhere. So you might want to take a look at that, buddy. Sorry.
And I don't know where you learned like right and left, but try again.
Bottom right, middle-ish area of the map.
So
Top left?
you passed
No.
your navigation check. It was a trick question. Good job.
I know where I'm at. I'm just letting Joe know I may have just drawn a shitload of green squiggles all over the bottom right middle area of your map.
All right, hang on 1 second because this is all jacked up.
Whoa.
Way to break the map, Rich.
Yeah, way to go, Rich.
No, I had the map layer on, and then I just pulled the whole map over, so then it got all weird.
Cool, because
Pulling the map right from under us.
So it is the top right then.
Top left. I had to do the L shapes with my fingers. Now I know.
No, it's half battle.
The other half is violence.
Yeah, the half is violence.
Was it you who posted that? That was hilarious.
Yeah, I love that quote. I always wondered what the other half was, and then I joined the army and they told me.
All right, so you guys find yourself in this at the top of the stairs. There is another door. As you guys kind of push through that door, there is another door. You are kind of in this little like waiting reception area. There is a little like sconce that is unlit.
Well, mine as well. Orbo breaks out his tender kit again and lights the sconce. Or attempts to, at least.
Well, just give me a basic survival.
Yeah. My sheet's there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you're able to kind of light it.
Yep.
Use
So it
some
gets a
like
little bit-
there's some like dried like kindling where there's some door rot, so you put a little bit of that in there to give it something to burn. But yeah.
Yep. And then he walks over to this door and yanks it open, expecting it to be all like free flowing, like the other one was below. So he's like real gently starting to pull on it to open it up.
Okay. How gentle? Just cracking the door?
I'd say with about 2.5 pounds worth of force, so enough to open the door maybe 24 inches or so, just at 2 foot.
Okay.
So he can get a good look kind of inside with his head without it being fully open, but
You see about that. There is a lit sconce. Beyond it, you also see another light. Let me back out a little bit real quick.
okay, he, while looking through the doorway, is attempting to hand sign to the best of his perceived intelligence. Like, there's a light on the wall, so he's kind of like hook pointing behind his head, like at something, and kind of like an explosion motion with his hand, like opening and popping.
There's no time to go fishing right now.
And then like the sleeping, and then 2, and then a direction, and then holds his hands up in a kind of like, I don't know, but
You
it's
guys
big.
are totally not proficient in orc sign language.
No.
Yeah, he's clearly trying to communicate something to you through hand language and body language somehow, but
I whisper to the other guys, is he having a seizure?
I just healed him. He better not be.
I think he is.
It's probably the poison. It's brain damage.
yep, and then he stops and slowly backs away from the door and goes, okay, so what do you want to do about it?
What are we doing? Did somebody cast fireball?
Fireball. Fireball.
So I actually cast Fireball.
You can't. You're not high enough level. Idiot.
So
I cast low level Fireball.
Okay. Doesn't work.
yeah, well, once I get back this way ish, I'm like, so yeah, there's like the light on the wall over there and 2 sleeping spots, and looks to be a pretty big room. I'm not really sure if there's stuff in there, but there's a giant, like, big statue thing.
Okay. So you looked in a
I
room
burst through the door.
rather than a big statue.
Yeah,
You burst
Okay.
through the door?
all I own this place. Kind of like the old Dinosaurs TV series. Stomp, 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 stomp. Boot stomp the door open. Honey, I'm home.
Not the
Theme
mom.
song. head.
Found one of your marks.
Not the mama.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of all I remember about that.
It's a great show. It's on Disney Plus.
It's like one of those like black hole memory shows. Like I remember it, but I don't remember any of it.
We're gonna need another Timmy.
It's terrible. Maybe that's where they got Kenny from.
It very well could have been. Uh-oh, I think we're gonna need another Timmy.
All right. So I mean, I have my pistol ready. I'm sneaking in behind him, right? Solid snake style. I got my pistol.
Um,
So there are 2 lit sconces. There are 3 rolled out bedrolls. Looks like 2 other bedrolls that are not rolled out. There
So-
is a massive. So there's a couple different statues. There are these statues in the corner,
yeah.
which appear to be some type of dragon head. There are these
Oh.
statues along the wall here. This one is a human holding a book. This one is a human holding a handout. And this one has a scythe. There is a giant statue of a 4-armed humanoid. This one appears to be some type of giant.
So we're looking at 4.
Multi-armed stone heavens.
Yep, this one is a female giant with 4 arms.
At Tina. That makes it even worse. So yeah, I guess Orbo not really planning on waiting much. Essentially wants to head off to this end of the room, being that this archway is calling to him.
Okay. Rest of the party go with him, or you just let him run off?
I'm gonna follow generally.
I'll probably stay halfway behind him.
As you get to that corner, Rich, you're able to kind of stupid reveal tool. It's not working. You guys can kind of see in this room here. This appears to be some type of old library.
Dusty old words. There should have been someone around to tell their tales as compared to letting them rot away on pieces of tree.
I mean, there could be pieces of animal.
Either way, what good are rotten words?
We're about to find out. Can I go check the library?
You can. Give me 1 second. So yeah, we'll go. Orbo, you went in there. You found that. Solid, you're right behind him. Thaddeus, you want to go ahead and check the library. What did the other 2 you guys want to do?
I was gonna go check the statue out, the big statue.
Okay.
Athletics, you say?
Sweet. By the way, Mr. Joe, I want you to keep note of both of those athletic scores. They'll come in play here in a moment.
You can remind me because I don't know things.
Okay.
I noted them, but
Okay.
remind me because I won't remember what they're for.
Yep. No problem.
And then, James, what do you want to do?
I would like to just.
Nope, you have to do something unique. Can't follow.
Unique?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna follow. I was. I wanted to look at the guy reading the book.
Okay. You die. That was the wrong choice. You should have followed somebody.
Okay.
So we'll kind of go in map order of kind of where you guys are laid out, just for ease of my mind. Burnside, show me.
Just let me know when I'm revived.
Investigation? Is that what you wanted me to roll?
Well, what are you trying to do? I'm guess just a basic investigation, trying to figure out what this is, or just looking it over, looking for
Yeah.
compartments, looking for religious iconography or history?
I'm trying to. I guess just look for compartments.
Okay. So yeah, that would have been investigation. So as you're kind of looking this over, you don't necessarily notice anything out of the ordinary on the statue, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. I poke it in the butt.
You notice that if this thing is to scale, that's probably about an 18-foot, 19-foot woman.
Oh my god.
That is a giant four-armed woman.
Oh. Hmm. Does it have any weapons, like a bow?
It does not.
Okay.
All you want to do is see it
You
turn
turn
into a giant woman.
a giant woman.
James.
Huh?
It's your turn, sir. You look at the man with the book. Again, kind of how are you doing this?
I'm just like seeing if there's like a name like etched into the book or anything, or
Okay.
any like like this distinguishable like chisel markings like a logo or something like that.
Give me, because the overall feel of this place is a temple, we're going to call it a religion roll. Go ahead and roll religion for me. This symbol, basically kind of what you're getting from it, it is holding essentially like a book of the dead.
Whoa.
For whatever reason, this statue represents somebody holding the knowledge of the dead.
Okay. Is it like it? And it's a stone book, right?
Yes.
Damn.
See, I see what happened here. The one time I don't play a necromancer,
Uh-huh.
you had to incorporate him anyway.
I had something totally planned. You're like, I'm not a necromancer. I'm like, I got you. No necromancer or cleric. We're starting in a church. Mr. Kevin, what would Stallred like to do?
Let's see. Since he'd already mentioned there was a library over there, I'm gonna go ahead and go up here. Kind of take a look in this area, see what's up here.
Okay, let me just reveal this whole thing.
There's then a bunch of chairs. I found the church.
Pretty much. The chairs. The chairs are not that big. Looking at your character and looking at the chairs are humongous.
Yeah.
They are not that big. They're normal chairs.
Okay.
They are new though.
They are new.
Yes.
All right.
This entire room, it looks like it was cleaned. The altar at the back here, that looks like it is like a new marble slab.
All right. I want to go check out like the back of the room here. Then check out the altar. Check out the books. See what's there, if anything.
Give me an investigation and a religion. This is going to take you a couple minutes to kind of dig through and get a feel for everything. Okay. So we'll come back to you. You're kind of taking some time checking over everything.
No problem.
It would be Orbo.
Oh yeah. So Orvo, realizing that these are, like he said, rotten words, and not really holding too much attention for, he would approach this other archway door, it appears.
Okay.
Hopefully. And this time, says, I've been pretty lucky so far. I'm not always going to be lucky. So he's going to check it for rigged wires or anything that he may perceive to be a trap.
Okay. Go ahead and investigate for me, sir.
I shall investigate it. and then open the door.
There are definitely no traps.
All
100%.
Willie, yeah, he's like, door open. So
Door opens.
he steps through its threshold and into a closet.
It appears to be a way outside.
Whoa.
It is nighttime.
He steps back in,
No,
leaving the door open.
nope, you die. So as you kind of come out, you do notice that it is the middle of the night. Just kind of based on where the moon is, hard to tell exactly when, but you're thinking like between 1 and 4. You also
Yeah,
see that
yeah.
you were up on top of this large, I don't know, it's like a,
Like plateau.
yeah, it's more like a mesa, but plateau works.
Alright.
But yeah, you were on top of this, we'll call it plateau, that's fine. It's not super high on this end, it looks like there's like a kind of steep decline. Where they've been kind of cutting at the stone and trying to rebuild where there once was this road kind of leading up here.
Right.
There's nobody here at the moment, but there are people working on this place trying to rebuild whatever was here.
Alright.
And
So,
I need you to roll a perception for me.
sure thing. As I roll this perception, what those athletics checks for, by the way, as part of keeping true to my character and what's going on, he is going to run back down and athletics 20 hop the chasm that's a floor below until he eventually gets all the way down to where the first 2 undead bodies are, and he's going to take a finger from like the first joint off of the big giant one there and then run back up. The other 15 athletics is to hop the gap again to come back up so that he can collect a piece for his story necklace of proof of great deeds and conquest while he's been out.
This would be a rotting, decaying finger?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm eventually going to have it preserved somehow, some way, whether it be salt cured and dried like leather jerky or properly cured once I get back into town to preserve it. But yeah.
Until you do, you are going to have the stench of death surrounding you. You are going to be at negatives to any charisma checks.
Okay, and you said you wanted a perception out of me,
Yes.
correct? There's my perception, sir.
On the far, kind of, as you look around on this plateau, you're not necessarily sure where you are. I'm going to move you guys real quick to the world map. You are in a large desert. You are pretty sure that you're still in the continent of Kess, which is this kind of main center continent with Kessier, Orion, Falkirk. You do see kind of mountain ranges on both sides. So you would assume that you are either... No, I don't want to turn Fog of War on. You are either here or here. In one of the large deserts.
Where?
Either here. Did I drag you guys or no? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're on the
Are
planet.
you guys on the
or
world
moon
map?
map. Yes.
Yes, but I'm staring at the Dragon Spine Isles, right?
No.
Then I was not adjusted wherever.
Yeah, it's basically center of the map. There's the biggest
Just click.
continent.
Okay.
You
Shift
see where
click.
there's those desert patches?
Near the Orion Mountains.
Yeah.
and
You are either
desert
here
stuff?
or here.
Okay.
Remember, Joe, you can hold shift and click and it'll drag everybody to that spot.
Yeah, I don't like doing that. Because I forget.
Yeah, shift ping. Shift
Alright.
ping.
You guys should be back now.
Yep.
Yes.
You also notice. Give me a nature check, because I don't know if you would know what this creature is.
Nature, you said?
Yes.
Sure thing. Nature's a 19.
Let me pull up the stat sheet for this thing so I can
I-
describe
I
it for
deal-
you.
I deal with a lot of natural creatures, especially aquatic ones.
It's definitely an aquatic creature in the middle of the desert.
Oh, then
That's where they
is
belong.
it a sand shark or is it a great sand squid
You
or
wish.
sand octopus? Because they suck.
This is a large construct.
Construct of what?
I am getting to that. You wouldn't necessarily know the name of this creature, but it is a large golem-like creature. It stands on hind legs, and its forearms are kind of almost gorilla-like, where they extend to almost the ground. Along its entire body, it has straps of iron and spikes sticking out of it. Impaled on those spikes are a bunch of corpses. This thing is called a corpse collector.
Oh,
Or I'm sorry, cadaver collector. And if you want, you can go ahead and just Google a cadaver collector.
yeah, I think I will.
Try not to read any of the fun abilities or the CR or anything. Actually, you can look at the CR. Don't tell anyone else, though.
Oh my dear God. I'm just gonna use the images. I'm not gonna go any further than that.
You can scroll down a little bit and see the CR if you want. That's fine.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And roll
Yeah,
an intelligence for me.
I'll definitely be doing that for you. Here's my -1 intelligence.
That's fine.
Nice.
You were a corpse because you died. This thing collects corpses. This thing has been bringing corpses to this temple. You were brought to this temple. Starting to kind of put everything together.
Burnside.
What?
Okay, so you're back now.
You're muted, Burnside.
So yeah, I'm very.
Oh, why are their names there? Slanesh and Nurgle? Huh?
Back inside and go, guys, and
Did somebody write these?
am perceived in a
No, they were there
like
when we came back.
state.
Because I didn't put those there. I have no clue what that is.
Well, I looked them up, and I don't want. I hope we don't get to know.
I kind of want to see what this is because I swear I did not write that.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Do Nurgle D&D 5e,
Oh, I know what a Nurgle is, but
and then Slanesh D&D 5 bro.
James,
Huh?
you've got the wrong setting, homie. Change D&D to 40K or
No.
4,000 or 40,000.
No.
That's
40K.
what they're in reference to.
Did not sign up for that. Did not sign up for 40K. No rogue trader.
apparently we did. So we're getting the Prince of Chaos. So that's where it's going to go, guys.
No. If we're fighting anybody, it's corn.
I like Korn. The band. The actual band Korn is who you guys are fighting.
It's funny you should mention that, Mikey, because that was the last name that I was dropping in front of these three statues. Because I'm pretty sure that the one with the hand out is Nurgle, and Slanesh or Korn could be the scythe on the end, and the intelligent one that's there holding the book.
Sneeze.
Well,
Anywho, that is Orville's turn. Mr. Thaddeus, you kind of come into this room. You see these old, dusty tomes. Give me an investigation to see if you can find anything that really stands out to you.
I start beatboxing Freak on a Leash while I'm looking through the phone.
Good. That's a good one.
Well,
I'm going to give you advantage for freaking a leash.
16.
Perfect. So you do find a. Looks like there's a couple of these books, but you do find one that's legible. It is in an ancient kind of form of Elven. So even if you spoke Elven, it's a little difficult. There's going to be some translation errors and stuff. You'll have to spend some time working on it.
Yeah.
But it is a book about Valterra and her kind of
What?
religion and church.
What language is it?
It is an ancient Elven.
Oh shit! I
So
may
it's-
understand it.
It's a lot closer to Sylvan.
And guess what? I understand.
Like I said, even if you understood Elvish, it's going to take some time to translate.
So
Oh,
about
I speak Sylvian.
no, you don't.
It'll still take
Yes,
time
I
to
do.
translate.
I do. One of my four languages is Sylvian.
Yeah, good.
I just speak normal ass Elvish.
It was
So yeah,
either
between you guys, you should be able to like figure out most of it. There's also, I'm going to give you something else. There is a scroll case, and in this scroll case, you kind of pop it open. It's roughly about like a 1.5 feet long, like tube case.
Yeah.
And it is old maps.
Sweet.
Now these maps will place where you are. They are not up to date, so you can't. You have a basic understanding, like world map, of where you are. But some of the towns will be missing. Some of them will be named different things. These are maps from about 200, 300 years ago.
Old ass 200, 300 year map.
And I'm going to show you back to the map page. You said you just hold and ping?
Yeah, hold shift and click.
So you are going to put a little dot just to show you where you guys are. Let me zoom in. You are roughly here. Now, where you guys started, if you remember earlier, you started in a town called Quartz. And Quartz is one of the gem cities. But Quartz is way over here.
That's far.
So somehow, you went from there. You died and ended up there. The nearest kind of main city is going to be Prin. That is the capital of Orin. The creature that he saw is over this way.
Like far away?
It's a lot closer than that, but in that direction.
So like 1 mile, 2 miles off?
Based on how high you up, yeah, probably about a mile south.
so we have choice. We can either climb the sharp rocks and brave it like men, or we can run scared like little children past the big thing with spikes and bodies.
Now, if you guys know that you're there, there's a couple different cities. Orbo, your people are basically, this is just going to be a bunch of drawings all over the place. It's going to look like crap for a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Your people are from around here, and there's orc tribes here.
Okie dokie.
Um, James, your people are from this area here, like your settlement.
Wait, from where?
Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm moving you.
yeah. Because then we move somewhere else and then are moving back.
Now,
Something like that.
where I'm just gonna draw a bunch of stuff so you kind of get an idea of everything. Just so you know kind of what's on the table here and what you can do. This is where Thaddeus is from, New Kasdan. And right above that, you see where Highmore is? On the next continent up.
Mm-hmm.
That is, James, where you are from originally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Burnside is from a place called Aurochs. And that is all the way here on the Dragonspine Island. Kind of after tonight, the entire map is open, so you guys can go do whatever you want. But there's a lot. Ranella is one of the continents that is a mostly human continent. But there are also a lot of lizard folk, tiefling, some of the more like rarer species, avian species. They all kind of congregate onto Ranella. It's considered basically the free state, where they're not really controlled by the magistrates or anything like that.
You said that's where?
Red
Ranella?
circle, Mr.
Yeah,
Kev.
red circle, Ranella.
I don't know if you noticed, Joe, but other than pink, I was trying to put people's particular colors for the areas that you were
I
saying.
saw that.
I just don't remember who was up at the top. Tell them.
In
Who did you
town,
say
that
that
is
was?
James.
Which James?
James. James 2.
Okay, so that's blue as well
Yep.
then?
And then below Ranella, there is Alarin, which is basically like the elven kind of continent. On the Dragonspine Islands, it is mostly dragonborn and kind of lizard folk. The Shanswick Principalities are basically like a free state as well. Kind of works like the Lazar Principalities from Eberron. It's a bunch of archipelago, like free state pirate places.
Mm-hmm.
Kassir is kind of like you have the most diversity on this kind of plane in Kassir and Falkirk, and Orion is mostly dwarves. That is the Grand Mountain. It is from our other games. The Grand Mountain is what the dwarves think is the birthplace of all kind of life. So that is kind of like a holy site for them.
Hell yeah, that's badass.
Where's the Grand Mountain?
The giant mountain in the middle of the map.
Oh, in Orion.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go in the if you go to that newspaper journal thing up at the top right again, there's one for the creation myth.
Yep.
And if you kind of read that, it kind of gives you an understanding of how most people view the world and how everything was created.
Yep.
Somebody want to read that for me?
The whole thing?
It's not very long.
I'm unable to open it.
Read what?
I've got it open, but
I'll read
it's
it.
so black on black, it's a little hard to make out.
I'll
I
read
got
it.
it. I got it.
Oh, if you pop them out, the background goes white.
So Rathias, the All-Father, always was and is forever, floating in the void since time began. Becoming forlorn, he made him for himself an equal. He created Cessir, and gifted her with the ability to create life. Kassir bore for him 2 sons, Nuval and Moak. Kassir perished after their creation. Kasser's body became the land, her blood the oceans, her spirit the catalyst for life. To hold his wife in place, Rathias became gravity, the atmosphere, holding the lands and oceans in place. The void was cold. Nuval became the sun, circling his sire. Where Nuval went, so too did his warmth and his light. The father requested assistance, keeping the winds and waves at bay. Mog too sacrificed himself, becoming the moon, using powerful magics to fulfill the demand and reflect his brother's light. From this union of heat, light, atmosphere, land, water, magic, control, and creation, the four above all were able to create and conceive a new life. And so the world was formed. So that's kind of the base understanding of the creation myth. Now the dwarves have this thing where Kessir was with another child, the unborn god.
Yes.
And that unborn god became the Grand Mountain. He became Ori, which is the name of the mountain. And from that, so basically, like if she became the land, that was her stomach, and from that stomach birthed dwarven kind. And the dwarves were originally a different race called the Ori, and the Ori became dwarves, halfling, gnomes, and humans. So like thousands and thousands of years ago, they were all like one race and kind of evolved from there. I know that's a lot that I just threw at everybody, but hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we head for Prin.
If that's where you guys want to go.
I mean,
there are a couple other towns. There are towns kind of. Another nearby town is still in this kind of same area where you are. It is called Omen. And there is this great crevice kind of in the center of the desert. And Omen is kind of a city near there. That is where the equivalent of like the Underdark is. It's kind of underneath the earth. It's not like as deep as the Underdark, but it's underneath you, kind of like burrowed underground caves and stuff.
Orbo, go ahead.
Omen is pretty close. There's a couple different smaller towns kind of heading southward. There are a couple more heading northward in this kind of valleyway. And then there's some on the other side of the mountain range as well. If you want to get out of the desert, go into the grasslands, there's other towns that way.
Orbo, seeing as he wishes to prove his worth and his
Give me an
right.
intelligence, James. Sorry, Rich. Sorry.
No, it's okay. As he's doing that, Orbo, in the want to prove himself with worthy deeds and stuff for his tribe, figures that heading to the furthest place away from the water that he possibly can, which would be a giant hole in the middle of a desert, sounds like the best place to go make a story for himself. So he quickly suggests that everyone heads to the desert city with crevasse.
Okay, so it would be Omen.
Yes. He suggests that we travel to Omen, loosely explaining his reasoning. Like, there's no water, and there's a big hole. Oh, the stories we could have there. Like, we should go there, guys.
That place sounds like a shithole, guys. It's like around here somewhere. It's roughly like 2 days travel, if you had to guess.
And how long to get to Prin?
If you go around the mountain, it's probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks. If you go through the mountain, 4 days to a week.
Do we have enough supplies for that?
No.
There's like other like smaller kind of settlements and stuff. But like Prin is one of the main, like any of these main like named towns on this main continent. There are these giant arcane trains. You could catch air travel. So So like if you
Nice.
go to one of the major ports, there's a lot more technology there. But I'm sure there's like small settlements, kind of outpost areas, military outposts and stuff like that, where as you kind of progress, you'd be able to find some additional goods. You don't have a lot of rations, so essentially you'd have to hunt, find fresh food, get water, all that fun stuff.
I say we stock up. We get one of those unlimited water, you know, barrels.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move you guys back to the crypts.
Crips. Oh shit, they're here too.
Yeah. Kevin, we said we were going back to you. What was your religion? It was like a 19, I think.
Something like that. Or is it? It was 16 and 17.
Okay. So you were able to find the books. Most of them are just generic, kind of religious texts. Um, there's some hymn books, kind of like stuff that they would hand out at a church.
Prayer pamphlets?
No. But like whatever like this place is and whatever services they're trying to have, it's the same book a whole bunch of times, presumably to like give to everyone that's here.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, like one of them is essentially the Volterra Bible. The other one is like a song hymn book.
Is there a story in there about how disrespecting large godlike statues causes people to fight and how you should respect one another's beliefs and opinions?
No.
Okay, cool.
It would take a while to kind of read through everything. In the 10 minutes or so that you kind of spent reading through this, it seems that she was a goddess of death. Mainly death was her kind of primary domain. What she preached to like non-believers and stuff was basically the secular nature of life. But she was all about the death part. She has a couple other names as well. One name that you saw was the Black Goddess. One name was Kina. There's descriptions of her being 30 feet tall. Some descriptions she has 8 arms, some she has 4. In all of them, she has like a beautiful female face and a horrific giant body with like spikes and horns coming out of it.
So she's like pretty goth. You're saying?
Super goth.
All right,
Nice.
I'm down for it.
And like the song books, they're all like songs of conquest, that kind of fun stuff.
Lots of
It
porn.
just no, it just sounds like she's the thing that he sees wandering the desert down at the bottom of the mountains.
Uh-huh. It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's fine.
Similar.
I didn't get a good enough look at its face to know if it was woman or not, but
I mean, did you get a look at the test? What's up?
There could be similarities based on appearance. Yeah.
so yeah, Orbo is still not liking like this place worships the big giant like corpse hauler in the desert, and they're like crazy people that apparently used this place semi recently. I was dead and now I'm not. I still have to figure out if I'm alive. This could just all be some weird, like, twisted game the Great Hunt's playing with me.
I'll kind
Well,
of just reveal everything here. The only other thing there is a door leading out, and it is like a back door.
Yeah.
So because this area was all fairly clean, you're assuming they probably just came through the back door and kind of left everything.
Oh yeah,
The
they came through
tents
the
and
back door,
bags,
didn't they?
yeah, the tents and bags and everything, they definitely came through the back door of the giant lady.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah. Keep making fun of Altera. We'll see.
Making fun of her. I'm just like, whoa, why?
I'm not poking fun at anything.
You
I'm
would
just
assume. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
You
No,
would
no,
assume
no.
that the bags are, like priests or necromancers. Would it forge or not forge? Death domain clerics.
Cares.
Whatever you want to call them. They are probably the ones preparing the way.
All
for
right,
the
cool.
Black
Let's
Lady.
snatch up all the bags. We might need them in the desert.
It's yeah. If you don't have
Uh-huh.
bedrolls, you would now have a bedroll.
Yep, I
the-
snake a bedroll.
There are 7 days worth of rations that are still good enough to eat.
Nice.
In addition to the 4 days of rations that James found.
Nice.
So you said the center one was the one that had the Book of Death and like black goddess person, right?
No, the one holding the book has the Book of Death.
Okay.
The statue of the giant lady is the one that James is by.
Okay.
Off to the
The
left.
one with the handout.
Go ahead and give me a history or religion.
I am more historically wise than I am religious, so if I have the choice, I
Yeah,
would
either
like
one.
to be historical.
Do it.
18.
Just kind of thinking of like iconography from like human cultures and elven cultures and the little bit that you know of other species. The handout is more like a receiving gesture.
Huh.
It's asking for something: food, money, souls. You don't know, something fun. But it is definitely a statue holding its hand out in a receiving gesture. Burnside, did you want to do anything else?
All just in one real quick motion.
Okay. James muted himself, so you can go ahead.
Did you see the chat bar, Mr.
I did.
Joe? Okay. Yeah, that literally happens.
Okay.
However, if anyone sees it, they do. If they don't, they don't. But
Give me a sleight of hand.
sure thing. That is this one.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. You guys are all kind of doing other things, so I'm just gonna put it first like passive.
Okay.
But essentially, yeah, you do that. Nothing seems to happen. You're not stricken dead or anything fun, unfortunately.
And kind of look back, smile, and walk away.
Shonyun?
Did he just grow up the statue?
He did. I'm assuming you're gonna go find that statue. Okay.
I'm not.
So
touching
that is the statue of a person in robes holding a scythe. Typical symbol of death. The scythe is the weapon of the Reaper. Together with these 3 statues, you have one holding a book of knowledge of the dead, one that is beckoning or receiving the dead, and one that is taking the dead.
The whole place dedicated to dead.
That's just a friendly death cult. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, kind of really second guessing myself now.
Because that's pretty much all I can do right now.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before we head out into the beautiful desert?
Is there anything under the rugs?
They're mimics.
Oh,
Unfortunately, there are not anything other than rugs. You can take as long as you want looking. They are just moldy, disgusting rugs.
Is there like a
Decent kindling, though.
That
Might
be a good
smell, but if you want to cut some strips.
maybe a good
So, I want to go whisper in the ear of the statue holding the book.
Okay. What do you whisper?
What I whisper specifically into the ear is the rough funerary practices of my tribe. And then I move over to the statue with its hand out, and I split part of my hand and bleed into it, and then I walk all the way down to the very end, and I sacrifice James to the last statue.
Okay.
What?
Well, I don't sacrifice James to the last statue. I take the piece of dead finger that I have and place it there as an offering because it was a soul reaped or taken in representation of the taking of life. So I offer the book knowledge.
So you
my life
speak
to-
into this thing.
Mhm.
You don't notice anything.
Yeah,
You
no
drip
problem.
blood on the statue, and the statue doesn't look like it would be porous. But your blood's not in the statue's hand.
Okay. And then, like I said, I give the Reaper scythe the dead chunk of finger from the slain enemy below.
Give me a religion check. A lot of
Sure
religion
thing.
checks tonight.
They're
Not like
all
you're-
alphabetical. 2.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, exactly. What's the worst that could happen? Venerating 3 dead gods.
All right, excellent. Anybody else want to do anything?
I find out if there's a puzzle in the room before we leave.
You roll for puzzle. There are no puzzles that you're aware of.
Yep.
Right. Well, I grabbed some of the books as kindling for when we, do fire stuff in the desert.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're able to grab, without it becoming super heavy, 4 or 5 of these books. That'll make it easy fire.
Can I go in there and look at the books?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I read the names on the books if they're in Sylvian?
Most of these are kind of damaged. I'm gonna let you roll to see if there's anything else. But as far as what he found, there's not gonna be much else.
What do you want me to roll?
Investigation, sir.
You got that.
So there is another book. This book is black leather. As you go to open it, the pages are blank. But everything is in pristine condition.
There's some Death Note shit going on.
Just remember, always say the magic words before picking up books. Damn it.
I put Orgo's name in the book.
Yes.
Is that it about the book?
Up to Niku, Martha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You want to write it in blood. Write your own name. You feel compelled to write your own name in blood in the book.
Do I
Do it if
feel
you want.
compelled
I
to
don't
do
care.
it?
Do you want to feel compelled?
I don't.
It could
Well,
be
You have
good.
to roll one of those rolls.
It could be really good.
can I get like a?
You know, when you write your name in blood in a book, you always get more.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen from writing your name in a book in the Temple of Death?
Joe, what's that
I
roll
mean,
that you want?
about as bad as worshiping 3 statues of
Like,
death
it's
gods
really
like.
good, right? Like you're sending offerings because they might have brought us back.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Burnside?
Yeah.
What's that roll that you wanted us to start using?
Oh, that's I forget what it's called already.
The emphasis roll.
Emphasis roll. Yeah, it's the.
I emphatically donate blood.
That seems
Was
like a
it
fun
two-
roll, though.
It wasn't like 2d20s.
Yeah, so
The one furthest away.
if you guys didn't watch that video, it's Brendan Mulligan from Dimension 20, and he has this new rule that he added. Essentially, you roll 2d20, and whatever one is closest to 10 is the one that you would take. So if it's above 10, it's emphatically you succeed. If it's below, you fail very bad. So it's for
Close.
like specific things of this could go really well for you or this could go horrible. So it's kind of a fun way to kind of determine that.
Isn't that about the same as high-low?
Kind of. But it's whatever's closest to the median. I mean, it works pretty much the same.
I think Burnside's is a shining example too.
Well, I'm gonna put that book in my backpack right now.
Okay.
Rug.
And then I talked to Mikey and asked him if he found any other interesting books.
Yeah, man, I found these maps, bro.
Oh man, do I see the one that he was talking about that's Sylvian in it or no?
Not unless he shows you it.
Oh yeah, and this, kind of old elfy book.
Elf book? What?
Yeah, man, elfy.
I look at him and go like, that's not elf.
Yeah, it's elf enough. I can make out a little bit.
I mean, I can read this perfectly fine.
No, you can't.
Oh,
What do you mean I can't?
I already said you can't.
I
It's-
have proficiency in
it's
Sylvian.
I know. It's ancient Elven. It is similar to Sylvan, but there are
Oh, what-
differences where you would need to translate it.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. All right. I tell him, well, I can read it. Some of it makes sense in Elf. Some of it makes sense in Sylvian.
Yeah, there's a lot of like root words that are the same, so you
Yeah.
get a gist of what it is.
so it's like Latin.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this word means tree. I just don't know what kind of tree.
Like Spanish and
Okay.
Portuguese. Some of the words, most of it is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's
There's
almost
certain things that are
identical.
way off that will make zero sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I ask him if I can see it, and I start reading it.
Yeah, dude.
So if you want to sit down and read this book, it is going to take a while.
Okay.
To
That's fine.
kind of glean anything from, that's going to be more like a short rest kind of situation. You guys are
Okay.
resting, taking a break, taking a long rest. You'd be able to read kind of portions and figure out portions of this. But it's something that you would have to sit down
Okay.
with, a pen, empty notebook.
Yeah.
And start jotting it out.
What is there a name on the book?
There is not. It's just
Okay.
solid black leather.
This is a different solid black leather book.
No. His book, it does
Yes.
have a name that roughly translates to Veltera, the Black Goddess.
Altera Black Goddess. Okay.
So who in here knows a lot about the religion and stuff?
No.
No one in here practices the
What do
religion.
you need to know?
Well,
Apparently, it was like 200 years old. Like the religion was like kind of wiped out, right?
because that
your maps
statue
are about
after
200
touching
years
my
old?
balls sucked up my blood.
Hang on. The maps that you find were roughly about 200 years old. The temple itself, I believe, James found out was about 600 years old, if I recall correctly.
What I found out, or
I believe so. I don't remember.
somebody
Somebody
the
found out.
worshippers ended roughly 200 years ago.
Oh, was it 200 years as well? Okay. Then
That's what I have written down.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and these chairs in here have been sat in recently. So I mean, what's your point?
Maybe somebody just needed a break, bro. I mean, it's a big desert.
Yeah.
Hey, Sal, that statue over there drinks life fluids.
Yeah, you should know. Anytime you put your blood in something, it's gonna go wrong.
Okay, well,
I'm okay with like leaving now. Guys.
I'm just letting you guys know that one does something. I don't know if these other two do something, but that one does for sure. Other than that, I think Omen sounds like a great place to be. This place kind of gives me well, not necessarily creeps because, I'm a big, strong, courageous warrior, but yeah, I don't care very much for the ambience. It smells in here. We should leave.
Well, because I mean, I can try to do.
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
if you feel you've got something with the blood being soaked into the one statue, I got a pretty good inkling as far as the very last statue. I can see what I can do to figure out the book statue.
Maybe you put the black book on the book statue.
I mean,
There's that.
maybe.
I mean, I got a good idea what you do for the last statue too.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That's why I hung the little piece of the, downstairs on it.
Oh no, I think it's got to be a little fresher.
You mean like one of the bugs from the other room?
A little more immediate.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not so much. Okay, with that last one then.
Rochambeau?
I don't think they'd like that. I mean, if you want to Rochambeau them for it, I can't stop an agreement amongst gentlemen. Like, if you two agree to it, and, it's fine that way, but I don't think I'm going to participate.
I'm just saying, I mean, somebody's got to do it, right?
Are you volunteering then?
You gonna kill yourself?
Preferring to volunteer other people, but
All right. Well,
I mean,
unless
but
somebody's
is that
gonna
really
pull the
the
trigger
same?
and do it.
I think we should go to Omen.
All right. So we will basically end it there, guys.
yep.
Sounds good.